In the 1960s, Sidney Poitier and Diahann Carroll carried on a 9-year-long affair after first working together on a movie musical. Sidney Poitier met Diahann Carroll while filming the 1959 film Porgy and Bess, and they kicked off an affair that involved him promising to leave his wife for her. At the time, Diahann was married to her first husband, music producer Monte Kay, and Poitier was married to his first wife, Juanita Hardy. During their marriage, Poitier and Hardy welcomed 4 daughters, and Diahann welcomed a daughter with Kay in 1960. According to Sidney, they had not been on the set of Porgy and Bess in 1959 more than a few days when he realized that she was unique. He said what appealed to him was that she had fantastic cheekbones, perfect teeth, and dark, mysterious eyes. Diahann was also confident, inviting, sensuous, and she moved with a rhythm that absolutely tantalized him. Initially, Sidney acted very gentlemanly for weeks, but halfway through filming he fell in love with her. As he got to know her, he realized she was one of the brightest women he had ever met. After appearing in Porgy and Bess together, Poitier and Diahann went on to also co-star in the 1961 film Paris Blues. In her 2008 memoir, The Legs Are the Last to Go, Diahann Carroll wrote that Poitier told her that he would leave his wife Hardy for her and convinced her that she should divorce her husband Kay. Diahann and Kay divorced in 1963, but Poitier remained married to Hardy. Diahann said that Poitier had bought her a large apartment and had her decorate it, but then he had doubts about leaving his wife. Allegedly, she had only moved into the apartment a few days when Sidney called to say he was having second thoughts and that their wedding plans would have to be postponed. When the apartment was ready and she was about to move her daughter in with her, Sidney told me he didn't want her daughter there, and after Diahann disagreed, he changed the lock so she couldn't get in the apartment. Then he made her write him a check to offset his purchase and decorating costs. The shocking thing is that Diahann just did as she was told, submissive and desperate. In his 1980 interview with People, Poitier said that he didn't leave his wife for Diahann, even though his wife knew about the affair because of their children. To a large degree, he felt trapped by his 4 daughters. They were young and he loved them. Poitier and Hardy split 2 years after Diahann divorced her husband. Sidney has also shared that he just wanted him and Diahann to live together for 6 months while Diahann's parents looked after her daughter so he wouldn't be jumping from one marriage straight into another. But Diahann wouldn't do it. This is what started the unraveling of their relationship. Diahann decided to start seeing other people, which she said upset Poitier to the degree that he berated her over the phone. Diahann Carroll and Sidney Poitier eventually put their painful romantic past behind them. The actors both remarried after their affair. Poitier was married to actor Joanna Shimkus from 1976 until his death in 2022 at age 94. They had 2 daughters. Diahann married 3 more times to store owner Fred Glusman, magazine editor Robert DeLeon, and singer Vic Damone. She passed away in 2019 at age 84.